Thank you. It's just so pretty in here. You know, Tom Ford is opening their store on the 12th.
Yeah, I heard. I saw that they're looking.
Oh, really? Oh, this is so stinking cute. Yes, but exactly. Multi-use for real. Like, these are little things that I would buy to put on my back on my wood. And then this is what she said that they have. Oh, this is cute. See, things like this. Yeah. They'll be like, you can't go that way. I guess we could go there. People are going down there. Stunning! I love the color in here.
To mimic the monogram rouge, and the monogram rouge is actually the signature red, combined with the color of our iconic monogram. So if you took the iconic red monogram rouge lipstick, it's a merger of two of our icons. So if you were to take the rouge and like spread it on the monogram canvas, this is the color that
it would get, yeah, because this is stunning. It's actually so stunning. Okay.
And then you'll try again. And we also paired them with fragrances. So
that is so clever. Wow. I'm listening, sorry.
take it in, take it in.
Hello, how are you? Good. Oh my god, hi guys. I realized throughout this Fashion Week frenzy, I have not checked in once. I've just been showing you events and outing and pictures and events. It's not gonna be a long one because I never even maybe this is what I'll do when I get back home. And also, I think um I just really forgot to check in once my journey started because this is the first New York Fashion Week that I've had to pack for. Usually, if I have events, I'll just go home, change, and go to the next event. Um, and or I'm working like a show backstage. This year, I opted out. I was supposed to do one, but it just wasn't. It did. I didn't. There's certain shows now. I feel like after doing fashion week for so long as a makeup artist, I'm still a makeup artist, but the stress of fashion week is a lot. I feel like if you're not keying a certain show, or if like certain shows are just not like, I'm okay. I'm not interested. And as a content creator right now, being able to get access to the backstage area with certain invitations, I actually really love that aspect of it. And being able to go to the events. My first thing that I always try to do when I go to events is whoever invited me, I always try to make sure that's the first person I'm looking for if they're there, because usually it'll probably be through an agency. If it's not through Sephora Squad, it's usually through other agencies, and 9 times out of 10, if they're not New York based, if they're LA based, the person that would have probably invited me is not here. But I always try to make sure that whoever sends the invitation, or whatever, when I get to the event, those are the first people I look for to thank them for inviting me. And I try to get pictures, even though they're usually busy. Trying to make sure if they're like the host, trying to make sure everything is okay. Trying to make sure every department, everything that they're hosting is just going smooth. But those are always my priorities. And then I take pictures. I would never forget. This has stuck with me since like the very first time I met Maisha. I'm gonna post like her credentials on the screen. But it was like our very first meeting when we had a Sephora Squad dinner. And she was like, I always tell people when you go to events, content before a cocktail. So I always do that. I always try to get like before it gets crowded. Most of the time, unless there's a long time frame where something is from like 2 to 7 or 2 to 8, because then they're giving people to have the ebbs and flows of, or just like a better flow in time, so it's not so crowded. When you have something for 2 hours, some people show up like, maybe 15-20 minutes after the start time, and then people show up more and it starts to get crowded. But sometimes when the time is from like 2 to 7, the first crowd will show. It's always a wave of people that shows up, so it never feels overcrowded. Anyway, when I get to places first, I always like to get there like maybe on time, or I just always know the type of events that would get packed fast. Or if there's a panel, I like to sit in the front. I'm trying to get the content. So I always try to do that, make sure it's not a crowded area. Like if we know we're doing photo ops or anything like that, I try to get there on time to make sure I get my content before my cocktail. Because then once you get the content you need to get, besides like taking pictures with other people or just the event in general, by the time you have a couple of drinks in you, if you drink, your content may not be priority. You now are there to have fun. Anyway, yeah, so I just kind of wanted to check in. I don't know if I'll check in again because I think I only have one more thing to go to before I go back home. And like I said, this is my first time ever having to pack to not be like where Fashion Week happens in New York. Instead of like I just would go home, change, go to another event if it's necessary to change. And I've never had to think too much about what I'm packing to wear because I just go in my closet. I already have it laid out for, the events. But this is fresh and new to me, packing for stuff like this. I think I have to, with the stuff I've gotten from the events I've gone to, I think I'm gonna go get a smaller suitcase or maybe a medium sized suitcase. Um, yeah, and preferably maybe a Samsonite. That's what I really want to strive for because my suitcase now is also Samsonite, and I got that 2015. I remember I got it at Macy's, and at the time I think it was like $400, and I was like, "Oh, $400 for a suitcase." But now it's 10 years later, and that suitcase is still running. So I would like love to just stick with the same brand. I need something that works. I'm not there for Rimowa prices yet. I'm not there, but everyone I know that has a Rimowa loves it. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. What I think I was gonna say is tomorrow I have one event in the evening. Um, so all day I think I'm gonna go visit my friend. My friend just had a baby. He's 3 weeks old, and I already saw him when he was 1 day old. He's so beautiful. Anyway, I think that's what I'm gonna spend my tomorrow doing today. I'm just gonna go have brunch. It's a couple of things that I need to pick up from Sephora, new things. So you guys will see that in a video. There's so many new things coming out. Oh my god. I'm just like, what? I think a lot of the makeup videos for the rest of the year will be newness, 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 because there's so much new things and holiday stuff coming out. Anyway, I'm trying to see what else I was gonna say. Yeah, today I'm going to meet up with a friend, go to Soho, grab lunch. I'm going to the Tom Ford store. They just opened one yesterday. I'm excited to see. And I think Byredo is having. I went to their store the other day to get the newer palette, but they only have the small ones. And the guy in there was looking at me crazy. Sir, you don't know what y'all have as a brand? He was so confused. I feel like this is why certain brick and mortar stores don't do well when people don't have product knowledge. Because he was looking at me like he's never heard of what I was talking about. I was like, whatever. And they're having a pop up with their new Astro. I forget what it is. It's like a lime based. It smells like a lime creamsicle. It smells so good. Anyway, I'm gonna stop by there. Take a couple of pictures. What else? I don't remember what else. Anyway, I think that's me checking in. That's it. Continue to enjoy the vlog.
Many great that I work with, Mary J. Blige, Nicki Minaj. God, I gotta say, Beyonce changed my life. She has done so much for me in my life, but I work hard for it.
Okay.
I really work hard. We have great hairstylists up here and makeup artists. Lord Jesus, you know the hours that we put into our career. But I know the industry don't give us enough credit for what we do. And I don't want to bore. I don't want to make y'all sitting there looking at me like, hey, but get on the stage. But the industry does not give people like me and a lot of us who sit in this room credit for what we do. And I know we have to make changes. And for the young who coming up, I want to make changes.
To present our Trailblazer Award, please join me and welcoming an incredible singer and songwriter and just beautiful human being, Carrie Hilson.
I love this room. I understand the motivation because wow, a lot of Black beauty in here. It's a lot of, yes. Well, I've had the pleasure actually of working with AJ Crimson on many occasions throughout the years, and anyone in this room who knows him can remember he had one of the most beautiful spirits you could ever know. And his laugh, that unique, I ain't gonna do it, but that laugh was so infectious. He was such a great and talented man, and it is an honor to present an award named after a great man to just as great a woman. Ashunta Sharif Kendricks is a renowned makeup artist, entrepreneur, and CEO of Ashunta Sharif Beauty. Her work has been featured on celebrity clients like Alicia Keys, Zendaya, Taraji P. Henson, and myself. I've been working with Ashunta for around about 17 years or so. It could actually be more than that.
You got it?
And she has consistently been one of my go-to artists. In addition to being a legendary and beloved makeup artist, Ashunta took the bold stride to create a beauty line. Her high-performance beauty brand caters to a multi-generational audience, and it's been praised by Oprah Daily, Essence, Mary Claire.
Yvette Noel, I don't need my glasses. I can't see this close. What's up, y'all? I have the distinct honor of presenting the Black Beauty Roster Excellence Icon Award to someone very special to me. She's a philanthropist, an author, businesswoman, former model, and my friend, Iman. You could not have told young Sam that one day he'd be presenting an award to a woman he has admired his entire life. As a young illustrator attending the Art Institute of Chicago, I used to sketch. Beauty Roster, Excellence Icon, to the one and only Iman.
Everybody in this room. Wow. Well, good afternoon, everyone. On July, I turned 70. Wow. So finally, I need glasses to see or to read.
Wow.
It is such an honor to be here today and to present this award to a woman whose her presence in this industry has been nothing short of transformative. Gloria is not just an influencer. She is a truth teller, an advocate, and a change maker. Oh, sorry guys. In a world where beauty has too often been defined through narrow lenses, Gloria has stood boldly in the gap, insisting that the deepest, richest, darkest tones of beauty be seen, celebrated, and prioritized. Her Darkest Shade series, you guys know the one where she says, "This is the darkest shade." My favorite. Whew. It doesn't just test foundation ranges, it tested the conscience of an entire industry.
Like, we gotta get that.
And because of her courage, because of her unwavering honesty, we have seen brands reformulate, expand, and rethink what true inclusivity means. Her work has captured the attention of the world. She's been named to Time 100 Creators. Big deal.
When did you cut your hair?
Honored in Forbes 30 Under 30. Really big deal.
Go like that.
And spotlighted by the Hollywood Reporter.
Say hi to the vlog.
These accolades reflect
Get
what
into
we
it.
already knew.
Yeah.
Gloria is shaping the future. She is a voice that brands cannot ignore, and the advocate that communities desperately need. What moves me the most about Gloria is that it's not just her impact in beauty, it's her impact on humanity. She's used her platform to drive real change, extending her influence far beyond social media. She's taken her success and turned it into something selfless, funding water wells in her home country of South Sudan.
Mm-hmm. That's my
ensuring that
girl.
families have access to one of life's most basic human rights. That is right there. And that is love in action. As a fellow Black woman in beauty, I feel this moment really personally. Representation is not just a talking point. It's survival, it's validation, it's belonging. And Gloria, you have carried that banner with such grace and such fire. You remind all of us that beauty is not about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about standing in your truth and allowing the world to adjust. Today I present you with this award, and I stand with you as your sister, as someone who knows the battles that you fought and the barriers that you've broken. I celebrate your courage, your brilliance, and your heart. And I thank you for the work that you've done, for the voices that you've amplified, and for the future that you're building for all of us. I had the privilege to spend time with Gloria recently, and I can tell you honestly, it's a day I will never forget. We sat for hours just sharing stories. And I remember sitting across from her thinking, that's who young Vanessa wanted to be. I'm just so grateful that she exists on this planet. I'm so grateful that my daughter has you to look to. You're so important, you're so special. Thank you. You're so necessary. And I just hope you know that and feel that.
Mm-hmm.
That day I will never forget. I hold it very deeply in my heart. We have a bond that will never be broken. Ooh, I love you deeply. Ooh, it is my great privilege, my honor, with pride and admiration, and so much love, to present this award to the incomparable Gloria George.
Woo! That's my girl. Yes.
Oh wow, that was like so emotional. First and foremost, I just want to thank Vanessa My Ribs. Thank you for always speaking life into me and for seeing me and standing with me, for literally just like being my mom in the industry. You have spoken so much life into me and have, you know, got me out of the trench sometimes. And I really appreciate that, and I really love you. And I also want to thank you for the products that you make for dark-skinned women in this space and the impact that you've made in this industry. And I think it's really important to note that my impact would not be possible without the doors that you lay open and the foundation that you lay for me and every other Black woman and Black person in this space. I also want to thank Allah for allowing me to stand here today and for writing my story the way that it was meant to be, and for giving me the strength to keep going in this industry despite all of the backlash, the racism, the colorism, all the things. It's been a long ride, and I stand here not just for myself, but for every dark-skinned Black woman who has ever been overlooked, misunderstood, and told she wasn't enough. It's a hard one, and sometimes it just kind of really sucks to exist in a world that just doesn't see us for who we are. And some of the women that ran this before me are also here in this room today, so I feel your presence deeply. Jackie Aina, Nima Tang, and so many others. Thank you for literally running so that I could walk, and because you ran, I will keep walking, and the generation after me will continue to run even further. This industry would not exist without Black voices, without Black creativity, Black people, the trends, the artistry, the innovation the world celebrates. They've always lived within us, and I think that that's an important reminder that we should all be reminding ourselves about every day. I think often too, our contributions also feel erased and also just not celebrated, and that's really, really hard. But my journey has been about making sure that doesn't continue, and about holding space for us and reminding everyone that inclusion is not a trend, it is a responsibility, and representation is not charity, it's justice.
Yes.
So may we continue to build a beauty industry in a world that doesn't just acknowledge Black voices, but honors them as a root of culture, the heart of beauty, and the source of so much power that moves the world forward.